This is Jess, Wes, and our daughter Izzy. After selling our house and most of our possessions at the end of 2021, we've packed up our van Bevan to tour Australia. We are Life is VANderful.
Good job. Good, Izzy. You're helping Mummy. This episode we are making our way west to Western Australia, a state that we've been really excited about. So the last week we've spent in Darwin with our family who came to catch up with us, and then last night we went to Katherine for a little stop, and this morning we've finally started to make our way across. So on our way to Kununarra, we've just stopped here at Judbarra National Park and we're doing the escarpment walk. So it's just on the side of the road, 1.5 hour return, and at the top you get to look out over the Victoria River. It's a beautiful day for hiking today. It's been really wet the last few days in Northern Territory, which we were a bit surprised about, and you just don't really expect it. But the rain has eased and now it's just overcast with a great cool wind, so not all hot and sticky like we've been getting. So this is the walk.
Definitely recommend that hike. It was good.
It was really great. So we did a big shop in Katherine and forgot that when you get to the WA border you have to get rid of all your fruit and veg, and they're really strict on it. So we're going to try and demolish this whole bag of mandarins and apples and grapes in the next 2 hours, 1.5 hours, and we'll go find someone to give this one away to.
We are in, good morning. So it's our last day here in the Northern Territory before we cross the border to Western Australia, and we're in Timber Creek, which is where we stayed last night, and more specifically we're at Gregory Tree, and that's the large boa tree behind me that's made famous because it's got inscriptions of explorer A.C. Gregory that was here in 1855 and 1856, and as you can see behind me it's got the dates when the party expedition left this premises, and it was July the 2nd, 1856. And what date is it today? It just so happens to be July the 2nd, 2022. So we're here 166 years to the date that these guys left this area, and we're going to do the same today and head over to WA.
Please turn off engine. So we're at the quarantine checkpoint. We finished all our fruit and there are a lot of farty parties going on in here by Wesley and Isabel.
None by you.
Very stinky. We have just arrived into Kununarra this afternoon, and of course, being in the Kimberleys, this is the place for the exclusive pink diamonds, the pink Argyle diamonds. I had to come take a look at the 2 jewellery stores in town, one which was the first to ever create the jewellery with these gems, and the prices are ridiculous. I asked what could you get for under $1,000, and basically it's a champagne, not even a pink diamond. And in the display cabinets they've got little speckles, like the size of a freckle. You could get 4 little speckled pink diamonds for $29,000. The prices are just insane, so I don't think I'll be getting a souvenir from here today. Also just went to the Coles here after sacrificing all our fruit and veg over at the border. And like we've seen before, the fruit and veg is completely wiped out of the local supermarket. I managed to get a tomato and a couple of kiwi fruit, but nothing else was really there. There was an abundance of lettuce, of course, because it cost $1 million a bunch of lettuce at the moment. So now we're off to the HOOCHERY, which is a local rum distillery, and hopefully we'll have more luck picking up a souvenir there.
Been to the HOOCHERY rum distillery, and it's great when you've got a designated driver. Watch out for the palm tree.
Yeah, watch out! Watch out for that tree! I think we'll probably get you to see here anyway before we get on the road. Good job, Iggy! Okay, Daddy has to take over now because it's a big road.
The afternoon from Kununarra, we are climbing Kelly's Knob, and Jess is trying not to laugh because she's very childish. This is a walk.
Having my hand on Kelly's knob.
Yeah, that's right. You've been talking about Kelly's Knob all day, Jess. Alright, we've made it to the top.
So you don't have to go to a national park for the greatest walks. One of the things I remember when I was a kid and my dad used to take me camping around the South Island, sometimes you just stop and the closest thing to camp can be the most spectacular, and this is literally a block from camp and it's been amazing. Welcome to Lake Argyle, a short 50-minute drive from Kununarra. This is a man-made lake and it can actually fill an empty Sydney Harbour 19 times, or I don't know how many MCGs, which is another famous expression that Australians like to use. It is home to tens of thousands of birds and 25,000 freshwater crocodiles. It even has 90 islands in it. It's absolutely massive. You can come out here to this sparkling lake and go on a boat trip or a helicopter over it. But today we're just going to do a 10k walk around, and then we're going to go to the Lake Argyle Resort, where you can just pop in for a swim in their infinity pool, which overlooks the lake in all its glory.
She's leading us to where we're going. Where are we going?
Which way do we go?
Look at the view.
Read the map.
What does the map say? That way. Okay. You lead the way. So after a quick dip in the pool, we're coming on a 2-kilometre gorge walk hike. Alrighty, so that was a fantastic walk. If you want to do this walk and check out the great views, just be aware it's not signposted unless it's you going north and heading back out of the park. So when you come in, there's no signpost. So here's the signpost here, but it's on the way out to the walk. But an easy way of remembering it is that it's straight across from the caravan park. Nice and easy to get to. Stopped at a point that we saw on wiki camps. There's supposedly some sort of untouched Aboriginal rock art here of a crocodile. I'm trying to find it. Climbed up these rocks. I'm trying to find it in a cave. I've got no idea where the cave is. At the moment I'm halfway up this rock formation and the views are amazing, but I don't know where the art is, so I'm going to keep searching and hopefully I'll find it. Found the cave. Found the cave. And there's the crocodile. It's pretty cool. Completely untouched and completely unsignposted. So thanks, Wikicamps. So we're at Molly Spring, which is about half an hour west out of Kununarra, and we're the only ones here. It's a great little waterfall. So here for the afternoon, just to relax and have some fun.
Oh my gosh, there they go. So I was supposed to go on a plane ride with Izzy and Wes this morning. Because we don't have a four-wheel drive, the only way that we can go out to see Wolf Creek Crater
or go to the Bungle Bungles is by flying over it with a scenic flight. I thought that I'd be okay, but anyone who knows me, I've always had a fear of flying, even in big aircraft, and this little plane was tiny. Got strapped in the back and I felt so claustrophobic and I had to get out. So I'm a bit disappointed that I'm missing it. Izzy was so excited for her first flight. I just hope that they're okay and that she's behaves herself and doesn't make it too difficult for Wes on his own. I hope they come back and tell me about this great experience that they've had. I was too nervous. I think I would have thrown up over everyone or been unable to breathe. So I'm sitting in the van for the next 2.5 hours, just twiddling my thumbs and worrying about them and hoping that all is okay. Oh, and the van is shaking so much. This is not me with a terrible unsteady hand. There's so much wind here, so I think it would have been a very bumpy takeoff, so I hope that went okay. Was it fun?
Did you like that? Such a good passenger. So just gotten off the flight going over the Bungle Bungles and Wolfe Creek Crater. Izzy and I went, and it was absolutely fantastic. Yeah, pity Jess couldn't come along. She's a bit afraid of confined spaces and rattly old planes. It was quite funny. The pilot guided us through onto the runway. We're walking towards the plane. It was this beautiful turboprop, shiny blue, sleek-looking machine. And we walked straight past that to a small, tiny 5-seater Cessna that was, yeah, built a long time ago, but it apparently had a new engine. But yeah, it was at that point Jess thought she'd be better off watching from afar. Izzy and I still went together, and yeah, really glad that we did. It was, as I said, it was just a fantastic bird's eye view of the area, and I don't think from walking next to the Bungle Bungles or walking up to the rim walk of Wolfe Crater, you get that sense of size and awe that you get from being in a plane. The Bungle Bungles were great, all the beehives as they call them, to see them. But I think for me, Wolfe Creek Crater was the standout, just to get a sense of the size. It's almost a kilometre in diameter. So to see that from the air, we circled around a few times, and to see the centre of the crater with the sand and the trees there was truly epic. I thought it was really cool. Thoroughly recommend.
And did Izzy enjoy it?
Izzy was asleep pretty much the whole flight, so she was awake for takeoff, and then about 5 minutes into the flight, it was quite bumpy taking off because it was quite windy. She fell asleep on my lap, and then we did the Bungle Bungles, we did Wolfe Creek Crater. It was a 2-hour flight, and then she woke up as we're coming into land, so she missed the whole thing. Had a great sleep, was no trouble, but didn't get to see anything. But she was free for anyone under, I think, 3 years old, so yeah, she enjoyed it. The bumps put her to sleep, so it was good.